Yo ho ho, Gulf Coast independent wrestling fans! Welcome back to the Front Row Fanatics as we continue our review of Ultimate Wrestling's Chaos Reigns that took place in the armpit of the South, Milton, Florida, last Saturday. Date, don't remember, don't care, drinking cheap Mexican beer. Heinrich is pissed because I'm not drinking Heineken again. Our special guest shout-outs, Jerry Reiner, Marcus Gibbs, they're gone off doing whatever those crazy bastards are doing. And now we're going to continue in our review. Internet, take it away, buddy.
All right, up next, we had the Bruiserweight Maze, former two-time Cruiserweight champ, longest reigning Cruiserweight champ. He hit the ring and proceeded to run down people that live in the South. I guess he's not a big fan of it, of course, him being from upstate New York. And the one person in the locker room that took exception to that was Johnny Rebel, Milton's hometown boy.
Armpit man.
Exactly.
You know what? That beard looks like it's growing like he got an armpit growing on his face, man.
Fuck Maze!
Audience participation always encouraged. Anyway, Johnny Rebel hit the ring, and very contrast styles going at it here. You know, Johnny Rebel being the big bruiser, the big muscle. Maze is the aerial assassin. And in the end, it was Johnny Rebel that defeated him after hitting him with the Southern Hammer.
Sweet. Anytime Maze gets beat down, I enjoy that, man, you know.
He sucks!
Once again, our studio audience is calling out comments about some of your favorite Ultimate Wrestling stars, and apparently Maze is not on the most popular list, so, but, you know, and
Has he ever been?
Well, I hate to say it, but he's Gargoyle Jr.'s favorite wrestler, man.
There you go. I do want to point out Danny Wright, at the beginning stages of the match, made sure he checked that knee pad. You know, rumors have been going around for months now that Maze is loading that knee pad. There's been nothing substantial. There was that one match we witnessed, but, yes. I mean, there's really no, what do you call it, just no proof.
No substantial proof that he was doing it. We all know he was doing it. Little old bald-headed Maze, you know, having to load that knee pad.
Well, it's very effective when he hits the bruise your face.
This is true.
But moving right on, our next match pitted former X Factor champion, the feature, Carlos D'Angelo, taking on a newcomer, relative newcomer to Ultimate Wrestling, Buddha Bushido. And all I can say is this match could have possibly been the quickest match at Ultimate Wrestling. But, unfortunately, Buddha Bushido does not have the distinction of being the shortest match. That still goes to a guy named Mark that should have went home when he took on Death Row. After the match, Carlos rolled Bushido to the outside, called out Nick Virtue. As you remember, 2 weeks earlier, it was Nick Virtue that bloodied Carlos D'Angelo and smeared the blood on his face.
After that intense physical match that Carlos had with Death Row for the Ultimate Wrestling Heavyweight Championship.
Absolutely. And Carlos D'Angelo called Nick Virtue out, guaranteeing him he just wanted to talk. Well, to his credit, Nick Virtue came out and proceeded to get pummeled by Carlos D'Angelo. And, you know, taking a look at these two guys, if these guys are going to have a series of matches, I'm all for it. You have Carlos D'Angelo, the longest reigning X Factor champion. Nick Virtue, the longest reigning Ultimate Wrestling heavyweight champion. I wanted to ask you, you know, Carlos has been very active over the past year. Nick Virtue took a little time off. If they were to wrestle tomorrow, who would you give the advantage to?
Carlos, without a doubt.
Really?
For the simple fact that he's been consistently performing in high-quality matches against quality opponents battling for the Ultimate Heavyweight title, the X Factor title. You know, there's no ring rust on him while Nick Virtue has recovered from a knee injury. He's been off for quite a bit, and while he made an impact, you know, with his attack on Carlos at that previous show, you know, he hasn't been in the ring for quite a while.
Yeah. And,
you know, Carlos has been grinding it out and taking on all comers, so I would definitely give the advantage to Carlos D'Angelo.
Right, and I'm along the same lines, but you have to wonder, with Carlos keeping up that rigorous schedule, what kind of injuries all those nicks and bruises add up after a while. And a few more questions that need to be answered. Is he going to reform the fold? What's going on, Nick Virtue? I would love to see an interview with him.
Plus, you also have a fresh Nick Virtue.
He seems to have dropped a little weight, a little trimmer, a little thinner.
So I'm really looking forward to this developing feud between Carlos and Nick Virtue. I think it will be entertaining for all the Ultimate Wrestling fans to see.
Well, just gauging by their previous efforts, this could be the feud of the summer. I think we're going to take a break right now. I think our final special guest is here at the Front Row Fanatics Studios. We're going to take a short break. Stay with us.
Good evening, Gulf Coast independent wrestling fans. Welcome back to the Front Row Fanatics. We are continuing our review here of Ultimate Wrestling's Chaos Reigns that took place in the armpit of the South last Saturday in Milton, Florida, at the Santa Rosa County Auditorium. We have a special guest. I'm going to let Internet handle this one.
And ladies and gentlemen, he is the Great Wall of China, also Soul Brother #1, Asia's most agile athlete. He is the master of something long, Hong Kong Fooey, Tubuku, the ding dong from Hong Kong, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Buddha Bushido. All right. And I must announce now that he does not speak English, does understand English. So for this reason, we brought in his translator, Mr. Rad McAwesome. Mr. Awesome, how you doing?
Good. How are you?
In our previous segment, we talked about how he had a match with the feature, Carlos D'Angelo, and he was put away with the Dos Elos. Buddha, how did the Dos Elos feel?
Ow!
Well, we've also heard, since you're from Japan, in our previous segment, we had Mr. Marcus Gibbs, who traveled extensively in Japan. Did you ever meet Mr. Gibbs? Did he teach you anything?
Hey! Shocker!
Hey!
Oh! I'm going to write that down. Shocker. Okay.
Mr. Austin, why does he keep looking at me funny, man? What's up with this?
He hates purple.
Oh.
Wow. Easy, boys, easy. Sushi. Okay. Moving right along.
Only room for one masked man on this show, man.
At the end of Chaos Reigns, there was a celebration in the ring in which we got to see Buddha Bushido display his dance moves, which was, pretty impressive for a guy his size. What can you tell us about your dancing?
Huh?
You're dancing at the end of Chaos Reigns. You were dancing in the ring. Okay.
Interesting.
I saw a little wax on, wax off.
Yeah, you could be hanging out with Mr. Miyagi there, man.
Miyagi special.
Yeah.
To wrap this up, I wanted to ask you, who are some of your influences coming up? There have been a lot of great stars out of Japan, and who are some of your influences?
Yoshihiro Tajiri. Great Buddha. And Mastiato. And Godzilla.
Godzilla, okay. Well, fans, what can I say? We want to thank Buddha Bushido for coming in tonight. Hopefully in the future we will see more of him at Ultimate Wrestling. Easy. And fans, if Buddha Bushido is on the card, remember to bring your streamers. Great sign of respect in Japan. We want to see everybody throwing streamers when Buddha's in the ring. No, it's okay. It's okay. Fans, we're going to get... Jesus. All right, fans, we're going to take a break. We're going to calm Buddha down. Buddha, thank you very, very much for coming on Front Row Fanatics.
Yes.